I have the pleasure today of interviewing Matt Emory. Matt Emory is one of our advisors in the Department of Computer Science. Matt, who are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was born and raised here in Tucson, and lived here my whole life except for 1 year that I went to NAU for undergrad. And then I have six nephews, ranging wide range from age 4 to 19, and a lot of family all in town, and live in my house with my dog Oscar.
That's great. So you said you went 1 year at NAU. After NAU, where did you end up going for your undergraduate?
Yeah, so I did NAU for 1 year. Like I said, because all my family was here, I got a little homesick. I came back to Tucson and I went to Pima Community College for a year and then transferred to the U of A and finished my degree there.
So tell us about your undergraduate experience here at the university.
Yeah, it was great. I started in a cohort in elementary education degree, bachelor's degree. And so we were able to really work together with the small group of students, and we kind of took classes together as we went through the program. So built a lot of good relationships, working with each other on projects and things. I am a huge sports fan, U of A sports fan. When I went to NAU, my friends always told me, why don't you just go back to Tucson? Because I would always be cheering for U of A, even when we played NAU. So it was really cool being able to have the Zona Zoo Pass and go to all the as many sporting events as I could.
That's wonderful. And I have seen firsthand your love of University of Arizona sports. So that's wonderful that still be able to do that as a full-time employee at the university. What made you decide to pursue education as a career when you were an undergraduate here? You're pursuing education. What made you interested in that?
Yeah, so it goes all the way back to middle school. My first experience working with others was helping a student who had some learning disabilities, and we worked together on reading. And it was just kind of like the most exciting moment that I still clearly remember, like it was yesterday, and I was 12, 13 years old, when the student was able to read a Dr. Seuss book completely on their own. So from just practice all year long and all the hard work. It was really neat to see that excitement in the students' face as they learned something new. And from there, I knew that was exactly what I wanted to do, was help others and work with students.
That's great. And your approach to teaching, your involvement in teaching and eventually becoming a vice principal, and through that whole pathway, it led you to where you're at now in higher education. So tell us what made you go into this?
Yeah, so working with 9 and 10 year olds and 5 year olds is very different than working with students in college. One of my roles, as you mentioned, as an assistant principal, was working with. We had staff members on campus who are teacher aides. We call them parapros, and a lot of them were going to school while they were also working or thinking about possibly going into the education field. And I just had a passion um, kind of shift. I love working with the littles, but at the same time, I had a passion shift where I wanted to help those students balance work and school and also help them get to their career goals. And I saw that that was kind of an opportunity when I saw advising, to do that with students in computer science.
Now that you're an academic advisor, what has been memorable or really enjoyable? What do you really like about academic advising?
The thing I love the most is the relationships. Having students come in and work with you and trust you to open up and having some tough conversations because the students a lot go through a lot of things, and I'm here to be that support. I'm here to be that sounding board, and for to be able to have that relationship where you can work with the student and help them get to their end goals is that same moment of excitement as that first student who learned how to read. It gives me that same joy, seeing them progress or work through challenges that they're facing.
Academic advisor is so important for the student experience, and your support, I'm sure, has been very helpful to the students. as an academic advisor, you wear many hats. You're sometimes for students that come in who are struggling, you might be like a counselor in some ways. You might be the person that they come to when there's some kind of emergency. There's a variety of things that I think academic advisors do. And one of your roles is to be our lead for our study abroad experiences for the department. So maybe you can tell us a little bit about that role and why you think it's important for students, specifically computer science students, to participate in study abroad opportunities.
Yeah, I think number one, I'd say do it. That's the first advice as I talk about study abroad. I had the opportunity to go to our global track in Madrid for U of A Madrid about a year and a half ago, and being able to see the experience that the students were having and their excitement and what they were doing while also still taking their CS classes. You know, they're still on track to graduate when they want to be on track to graduate. They're paying their same tuition as they would pay at U of A. And having this opportunity to immerse yourself in a different culture and make new friends and build relationships, it's something I regret not doing in college. And so I want to make sure to provide that information and help students see that as an option so that they can make the best of their college career while they're at U of A.
Yep, get involved, find ways to make your experience much more meaningful and impactful. That's great advice. So we get a lot of students every year, new students, students that are doing their second year, third year, fourth year. You're giving out advice all the time, course selection, how to approach a specific situation. What advice would you give a student who's just starting at the U of A? Some of the folks that might be viewing this may be brand new or contemplating the university. What advice would you give them for those that are, starting at the university, specifically about starting at the university? And then what about starting in computer science?
The thing that I would say that works with both computer science and university is number one is to connect. Connect with your peers, connect with your academic advisor. We're here to support you. Your peers are there to support you. Your instructors, going and meeting with them, teacher assistants, your TAs. Connect in any way that you possibly can academically, and that's going to help you just be as successful as possible, but also connect outside the classroom. There's so many opportunities around the university with clubs, internships, sporting events, going to U of A games, where just enjoy the life of being a college student and a computer science student, but balance that with your academic piece because you only get to do this once usually, unless you continue on with a master's or your doctorate. But I would say just experience as much as you possibly can, but keeping that focus on that academics and knowing that you have those supports there to help you along the way.
That's great advice. Definitely something that students should take heed of. Out of curiosity, you've been to a lot of sporting events for the University of Arizona. Yeah, you must have been in the Zona Zoo sections when they had those for the students. Did you do anything out of the ordinary when it came to attending those games? Like, in other words, did you paint your face? Did you like have the thing where you lifted up your shirt and showed the letters or anything like that?
I definitely did not show the paint on my body in any way, but I was the person that was loud. I still am. I go to football games still, but as a student, I did have a big wig. Half of it was red and half of it was blue. So that was kind of my go-to that I'd wear to football and basketball games. But I'm also known for my loud clap. My family, friends, everybody, they try not to sit next to me at sporting events because of the loudness of my clap. So I feel that that's my go-to is the loud clapping now that I don't have that wig anymore.
I was just gonna ask if you had that wig, if you'd found it at some point and are using it again.
I do not, but I now that we're talking about it, I may go out and look for one that looks similar and bring it back.
So you heard it here first. If you ever want to come and watch Matt's preparation for a game, he might wear his wig on that day, and he can even showcase his clap, his famous or infamous clap. Yeah. So at this part of the interview, Matt, we're going to do quick questions, rapid fire type questions. These are like, yes, like hamburger versus hot dog, hamburger, hot dog, beach or lake or whatever. There's 15 of them. Just your first response. Here we go. Ready?
Okay, let's go.
Ice cream or frozen yogurt?
Ice cream.
Sweet or spicy?
Spicy.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee. Constant coffee throughout the day.
Country or city?
City.
Text or phone call?
Depends.
Okay, okay. It depends on the context.
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually,
Comedy. Say that again.
usually phone call though.
Phone call. Yeah. Comedy or drama?
Comedy.
Comedy. All right. Cold or hot?
Cold. Even though growing up in Tucson, cold is definitely better.
I think we can appreciate the cold more when you've been around the heat so much. Yeah. Beach or lake?
Beach.
Night owl or early riser?
Early riser.
Nice. Okay.
Typically asleep by 8:30 at night. So
Wow. Okay. Netflix or HBO Max?
Netflix,
Netflix. Okay. Read the book or watch the movie?
the movie. I will read if I have to, but I always connect reading to books in college. And yeah, no, I will watch the movie any day over reading the book.
I already know the answer to this, but cats or dogs?
Dogs,
There
particularly dachshunds. Yep.
you go. Unicorn or dragons?
Unicorn.
Unicorn. Okay. All right.
Mhm.
Soft or hard shell tacos?
Hard shell tacos.
The crunch. It's the
Yep,
crunch.
yep, exactly.
And then the last one, singing or dancing?
Ooh, both.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah.
A
Another
good
thing we're
mix.
gonna have to go invite people to come and see Matt singing and dancing together.
Definitely not, but I do enjoy both. Didn't
Well,
say it's good at either one.
well, thanks, Matt, for spending some time letting us have a little insight on your work. Is there anything else you want folks that are viewing the spotlight to know?
No, nothing.
All right. Well, thanks again, Matt. Have a good
All
one.
right. All right, bye.